Hello, welcome again. You are listening to the mini audio series on overcoming procrastination in 7 easy steps. This is the third audio in the series. In case you have not listened to the first or the second audio, please follow the links in the description below to listen to them first. Let's begin. Dismissing procrastination excuses. What are procrastination excuses? Procrastination excuses usually involve some grain of truth about the current situation we are facing, from which we conclude we are better off postponing a task or goal to another time. These excuses make us feel that our procrastination is justified, reasonable, acceptable, and okay. As such, these excuses play a big role in leading us to procrastinate, and we need to learn how to dismiss them. Here are some common procrastination excuses. Each excuse is divided into two parts, the grain of truth and its unhelpful conclusion. You can see on your screen. On the left side, the truth is given, some kind of truth that is hidden in the excuses that we make, and the unhelpful conclusions that we draw from them. For example, the first is, I am really tired. The unhelpful conclusion is, I am better off doing it after I have rested. The truth, I will miss out on the fun happening now. The unhelpful conclusion, I can always wait till nothing much is happening. Truth, I don't have everything I need. The unhelpful conclusion, I will wait till I do. The truth, I have plenty of time. Unhelpful conclusion, so I don't have to start it now. Truth, I have other things to do. The unhelpful conclusion, I will do it once those things are finished. These unhelpful conclusions follow the unrealistic notion that tomorrow will somehow miraculously be a better time to get productive and follow through with things. However, often if we wait for a time when we feel rested, motivated, inspired, have no distractions, have everything we possibly need, have heaps of time, have finished all the other things that we could possibly be doing, we will be waiting a very long time for just the right conditions to come together to get started on a task or goal. The real truth is that no time is probably ideal for doing something we don't feel like doing, hence, now is just as good as any other time to get cracking. Often, if we get started and take a step forwards towards completing our task or goal, no matter how small the step, our desire to do that task or goal often increases and we can get some valuable things done. This means that by taking action first, all the other things fall into the place for us and we feel capable of continuing forward and getting the job done. Challenging your conclusions. You can challenge your unhelpful conclusions and develop more helpful conclusions by asking yourself, what is the factual evidence or reasons that it is better for me to put off this task or goal? What is the factual evidence or reasons that it is better for me to start this task or goal now? Is it really true that I will be better off in the long run delaying this task or goal? Is it really true that I can't make even a small start on the task or goal right now? Can I still get some parts of the task or goal done now, even though conditions are not ideal? Is it really true that later is a better time to do it? If I do make some start on the task or goal right now, what might happen? How might I feel? If I don't make a start on the task or goal right now, what might happen? How might I feel? Again, there is a table on your screen where the two columns are there, the truth and the helpful conclusion this time, so that we can modify or change our unhelpful conclusions into the helpful ones. The examples are given here. So the truth are same like we did before, but instead of unhelpful conclusions, we will be discussing the helpful alternative conclusions. So the truth is, I am really tired. Helpful conclusion, but I can still make a small start right now. The truth, I will miss out on the fun happening now. Helpful conclusion. But if I get some of it done, I can reward myself with other fun later. The truth. I don't have everything I need. Helpful conclusion. But I can still try to make a start on some bits of the task. Truth. I have plenty of time. Helpful conclusion. But better to get on top of it now than leave it to the last minute. Truth. I have other things to do. Helpful conclusion. But they are not more important and can be done after this. Another way to change your unhelpful conclusions is to test them. That is, conduct an experiment to see if what you predict about your ability to complete tasks under certain circumstances really holds up in reality. For example, if your excuses relate to the notion that you can't do it now because you are too fatigued, first rate how fatigued you are on a scale of 0 to 10. Then spend 5 or 10 minutes doing the task. Following this, re rate your fatigue and examine what you were able to achieve in that short time. You may then continue for another short amount of time and again re evaluate your fatigue and what you got done. Often, this experiment shows you can get something done and you actually feel more energized. Encourage rather than criticize. The more you criticize yourself for procrastinating, the more demotivated you feel and the more likely you will continue to procrastinate. As such, turning self criticism into more motivational self talk can also help to overcome procrastination. The best way to encourage and motivate yourself is to speak to yourself as you would a friend who was in the same situation, as we tend to be encouraging rather than critical to others. Thank you. So here we reach the end of our third audio. Please check out the playlist or the description below for fourth audio.